you feel like you are working your ass off in your workouts, you're eating better than you were before or you ever have, and you're just working so hard, you're putting so much time and effort into this whole fitness thing, but you're not seeing the results you expected or thought that you would see, trust me, I've been there and I feel for you. I relate to that. Luckily, I figured out one of the main things that holds people back from actually seeing results in both the short term and, of course, more importantly, the long term. So I want to talk about that exact thing to you today in this video. Let's go. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy John Mango. Gotta slap the chest, right? It's your boy John Mango. I'm here representing Beyond the Iron, where I'm looking to take your fitness and your nutrition further so you may change your life forever. Your life isn't gonna change unless you're doing the things I tell you to, and that definitely includes this video, so stay tuned and see if you fall into this category. I mean, if you're watching this, you probably did fall into this category, or you read the title and you're like, damn, that's me. Let's see what this idiot has to say about it. Or this is your first time coming across my content, and in which case, if it is, welcome to the channel. I like to drop lots of fitness, nutrition, tips, meal plans, tricks, strategies, everything that you need to know to get you to your fitness goals faster and more enjoyably. So, if you're interested in that, then consider subscribing. I want to touch on putting the cart before the horse. If you hang around me a lot or you watch a lot of my stuff, you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I really strangely like this saying, and that's just because it seems to be the main reason that people don't reach their fitness goals in both the short term, and even if they do see results in the short term, don't stick to it in the long term. And of course, I know this because it also happened to me. So in today's video, I'm going to cover 5 different ways that people are putting the cart before the horse. In your case, you might be falling into one or multiple of these, and why it's holding you back, how to overcome it, how to change that mindset to make sure that you actually see the results you're looking for. And if you stay until the end of the video, I'm going to share just a little bit of tidbits here and there to help you get into the right mindset and understand exactly how this fitness thing works, how I was able to bust through this whole nonsense that you hear and all these little things that cause you to put the cart before the horse. So if you're not too sure what I mean by putting the cart before the horse, I realize that that's going to get annoying now if I keep saying it. If you don't realize what I mean by that sentence, it simply means looking at small things and diverting your focus on trivial things that don't matter, as opposed to the bigger picture, the things that are actually going to move the needle in the right direction. So covering these 5 things, we're going to jump into the first way that people put the cart before the horse. This is a juicy one right here, and it is focusing on supplements before their diet and their training. Let's take it for example, and again, you may have fell in this, you might be in this right now, and you think, okay, I'm ready to get fit, I gotta look into what protein powder I'm gonna buy, I'm gonna go buy some creatine, some pre-workouts, some BCAAs, all that stuff, but you fail to realize that not only do those supplements as a whole, meaning all together, put together, will give you a maximum of 0.2%, 0.1, 0.2% difference in your actual total results, but you fail to look at the bigger picture, which is focusing on nutrition and focusing on workouts, okay? Frequency, volume, intensity in your workouts, focusing on calories and macronutrients in your diet. Instead, you kind of go past that because you think, yeah, I just gotta eat healthier, I gotta work out harder, longer, whatever. But these supplements are making a big enough difference for me to focus on and actually spend and invest my money into them. So that happens to be a massive mistake. If you just never take a single supplement, you will literally see no different results than if you did take them over the long term, but you make sure to keep the bigger picture in mind. I hope that makes sense. This always comes back to what I and tons of other fitness experts say, but if you didn't get the reminder enough, now you're getting it again, and hopefully this is the time that it's gonna stick in your head. So focus on nutrition and training. These are the bigger picture. Don't even worry about supplements until at least 2-3 years down the line when you've finally gotten those things down. The second way that people put the cart before the horse happens to be probably the most controversial topic currently in the fitness industry, and that is healthy and unhealthy foods. Now, this is complete BS. Don't get me wrong. It is better, it is more optimal to have sweet potato as a carbohydrate as opposed to Lucky Charms. But that Lucky Charms though, no, but seriously, we understand that it's better because Lucky Charms doesn't satisfy you as much. At least on paper, it wouldn't satisfy you as much because people dive into, well, it's not good for your insulin resistance and your insulin sensitivity. Those things are what begin to confuse people like yourself. Like I used to get confused by this. So people start up a training program and they think, okay, I gotta cut out wheat, I gotta cut out dairy, I gotta cut out carbs, I gotta cut out this, I gotta cut out McDonald's, any processed food, I can't get close to it, right? The problem with that is the bigger picture of fitness is that it's supposed to enhance your life, not take away from it. But by going that approach and diving into these little trivial things of saying, no, that food is gonna cause me to lose my gains or not make any gains, that is actually gonna come around in turn and cause you not to see results in the long term. Why? Because adherence is always king. In other words, you could be on the most optimal program ever, proven, whatever, but if you don't stick to it, you're better off following a less optimal program that you enjoy and will stick to. So don't focus on, well, that bagel has cheese in it, that, you know, muffin is not organic, that's gonna start immediately causing a contracting and a restrictive mindset, and that is definitely not what you want to start your fitness journey off with, because you're just not gonna sustain it, or at least your chances of sustaining it are much lower down the line. Now don't get me wrong, as you move through your journey, you will be able to restrict certain things that you just don't enjoy or you have found doesn't work for you. But at this point in time, if you've hit a plateau and maybe you're recently new to this fitness thing, just understand that you are new to it. You gotta figure out what works. You don't have to start cutting things out. You need to slowly begin focusing on the bigger picture. Overall calories and macros come first. So if you typically have 3 donuts a day, in which case you are really living the life, eh? Now cut it down to 2 donuts a day. Keep everything else the same. You will notice results. Perfect. You want to cut it down for another donut? Only have 1 donut a day, and so on. People always get upset when I say this, but in reality, this is one of the biggest factors to actually improve people's adherence, allowing them to stick to a less optimal diet, but actually seeing results from it. But people would rather just throw these complex meal plans, these restrictive diets, these crash diets at people, because yeah, you'll get temporary results, but once motivation's gone, once people see carbs and they give in, it's just gonna bounce you back up. So the point here is the bigger picture is calories and macros, overall total energy consumption, not where that energy is coming from. So again, before you start to discredit me, click out the video, start trash talking, I understand what's healthier and what is less healthy. One's more satisfying, one is less satisfying. I've made a specific video on this. You can click here and check it out. I understand how it works, but in the sense of seeing results for the long term, you want to make sure that it's something that enhances your life, not something that's taken away from your life. And in this case, if you go and restrict all these foods that you love right off the bat, it could actually lower your adherence and you won't enjoy it as much. And if you don't enjoy it as much, you're not going to stick to it as much. So I hope that second point made sense. The third way, I guess that's 6, but the third way that people put the cart before the horse, they focus on very advanced methods and techniques when they're beginners. They go from, you know, an average sedentary lifestyle to boom, I'm working out 5 to 7 days a week. You're throwing in these complex isolation exercises. Look at the gains, by the way, because you want to target the long head of the biceps to get more fullness. See, those things shouldn't matter. Women will go into the gym and they'll put the bands on and they'll do this specific glute angle squeeze. Unnecessary. Stick to the fundamentals, always. As a matter of fact, even if you're an advanced lifter like myself, you can still make all the progress you need and more from sticking to the basics. I've never really used these glute activation exercises, and my glute, have you seen my glutes? As a matter of fact, glute workout coming soon for you. Basic compounds, alright? I gotta put this shit into action. You guys all with your bands and all that. Come on now. You gotta look at the bigger picture there. The bigger picture is go in the gym, move loads in compound exercises. Bench press, overhead press, squat, deadlift, rows. Boom. Those 5 exercises are massive, but when you start to kind of neglect those and push more towards, well, I want a little bit more biceps, I want a little bit more triceps, trust me, build the foundation first. Every fitness person on this planet should be telling you that. If they don't, something's off. Bigger picture, Compound exercise, efficiency, progressive overload, good. Don't overcomplicate things. That is the problem with putting the cart before the horse. So that is the third way that people do that. Guys, let me know if any of these three have resonated with you so far. If they have, just let me know in the comments, maybe a mistake that you've been making, maybe something you're currently struggling with, and I'll be sure to answer. I want to know what you guys are struggling with, and I want to help you out, alright? So comment below and let's talk. Alright, another way, putting the cart before the horse, this one's more general and it's actually going to encompass basically everything in one, but I want to make this as clear as possible. Extreme lifestyle change. So you're going from sitting on the couch every day to working out 5 days a week, to drastic dieting methods and techniques, to the most advanced programs, advanced diets, changing the foods you eat. Oh, these things are just not sustainable. And I know some people hate the word sustainable and whatever, but the truth of the matter is for the majority of the population, actually, whether it comes to fitness or anything else in life, you have to take the smaller steps towards it. Same with smoking. You want to quit smoking, it's typically less chance of succeeding when you cut cold turkey. You're better off scaling back, giving your body time to adapt. See, the reason why people try these extreme lifestyle changes is typically because they want the results tomorrow. Well, unfortunately, and I don't know, hopefully you know this by now because it's probably all over the internet. Then again, there's probably a bunch of bullshit all over the internet. That's why it's the internet. But let me be the one to tell you, if you don't remember, this is gonna take a long time. Your dream body, yes, you'll make a huge transformation in 30 days if you make the right changes, but trust me, by the end of those 30 days, you will be underwhelmed compared to the thought you had in your head as to what you would look like in 30 days. Humans tend to overestimate what they can do in a year, but underestimate what they can do in a decade. So something else to keep in mind there. It's gonna take a long time, in which case, focus on the small steps that are gonna slowly transform your lifestyle into the one that's gonna give you the dream body you're looking for. In other words, don't jump right into 5 days a week. If you're not working out at all, I always recommend to all clients, all people that come into the studio, whatever, to always start off conservative. 2 times a week, 3 times a week. For some people, even once a week. If that's all you can manage at first, perfect. There is nothing wrong with that. You're still taking a step in the right direction as opposed to where you were before. So again, don't overlook these things as trivial. If you're not working out once a week going forward is an improvement. People think it's not enough, it's a waste of their time. That is incorrect. It is still a step in the right direction. Take more of those steps over time. They begin to compound. Next thing you know, 10 years down the line, you're gonna look like this monster. Not quite 10 years, I'm still on my way there, and I understand that this thing is a journey, so that's something you need to understand as well. Don't put the cart before the horse. That's gonna lead into the 5th thing, okay, and that is having a specific goal. So coming back to making that transformation in 30 days, women want to look like that model in 30 days. Guys want to look like that bodybuilder or that physique athlete in 30 days. But in reality, that's not a specific goal. One, you can't look like somebody else. You can't look like me, I'm sorry. Well, in reality, 2, you don't want to look like somebody else, trust me. You need a SMART goal. Now, I'm sure you've heard of this before. SMART goals are massive. I remember learning this in school and thinking, really, I'm coming to school to learn SMART goals? This sounds like some 2-year-old shit. In reality, it is 2-year-old shit, but we seem to forget it for some reason. SMART goals, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time, okay? It has to fit within those specific guidelines, because without that, you're not gonna be able to break it down into specific targets you can do on a daily basis. Let me give you an example. You wanna go in, and maybe your goal is strength. You wanna bench press 300 pounds. You currently bench press 100 pounds. Well, let's put it into perspective first. Is it realistic? Yes. However, not in the next 30 days. That's fine. So set that goal for maybe a year or 2 years out, okay? Now, what are you gonna do? You gotta break that step down. Let's say you divide it 2 years, 24 months. You're gonna divide 200 pounds by 24. I'm not sure what the number is. I'll put it on the screen. That is how much you have to increase your bench on a monthly basis. You're gonna track your workouts. You're gonna aim for 1 more rep, 2.5 more pounds, 1 more set, week to week, workout to workout. It's that simple. And then from there, you go with it. Yes, there's gonna be some times when you don't hit that goal, or maybe you exceed the goal. The point is that you have a target to move towards. Without that, I'll ask people, oh, you wanna lose weight? How much? Well, I don't, that's always the answer. I'm not too sure, maybe about, no, there's no maybe. It needs to be a specific goal. I wanna lose 20 pounds in 2 months, and I wanna be this % body fat. Or I want this much muscle. I wanna build this much muscle. I wanna do this in this amount of time, so and so. Guys, have that goal. That is the biggest thing that you could do. Okay, stop putting the cart before the horse and saying, I wanna look like her, so I'm gonna do what she does, I'm gonna do. No, break it down into a specific goal for yourself. Maybe it's gain 5 pounds of muscle. Maybe it's do 10 push-ups. Whatever the case is, do it, figure it out for yourself, and then break it down into little tiny bite-sized things you can do day to day or week to week to keep moving the needle forward. And that, before you know it, you're gonna look back and be like, oh damn, I'm bench pressing 200 pounds. I'm that much closer to my 300-pound goal, and I've been killing it this whole time, but you don't realize because you've been focusing on those incremental steps. Again, if you haven't clicked on this video by now, I would be surprised. I'm sure a lot of people have, because this is not a sexy topic to talk about. People want the secret, people want the specific formula. It doesn't exist. The secret is that there is no secret. So if you suck around until this point, I'm gonna go ahead and give you my advice when it comes to this, and it was kind of found with little tidbits in between these points I shared with you. But thank you so much for staying until this point. What I would do is what I just mentioned. You want to make sure that you break it down to a specific goal, and my biggest tip of all time, beyond anything else, to all the people that I've ever talked to, trained, coached, friends, family, everyone, is this: track your damn shit. Hey, now that's gonna be calories, it's gonna be weigh-ins, it's gonna be workouts, it's gonna be macros, it's gonna be, you know, how many days a week, it's gonna be goals. Track these things. And I know, because I witness it in person multiple times, a week, a year, a month, a decade. I've witnessed this over and over again. If you don't start tracking, you will hit a plateau. And at some point, if you ever want to take your fitness to the next level, okay, or you're currently at a plateau and you need to break past that plateau, in other words, take it to the next level, there's gonna come a time when there's no way around it and you will have to track. If you're not willing to make that commitment and you think, no, come on, I just want to be healthy, what I have to track, that's fine. You can be better off than what you were yesterday if you don't track. However, there's gonna come a point where you're gonna be stagnant. And we both know that stagnant doesn't exist. You're either moving up or down. Therefore, this is an illusion. You're actually moving downwards. In order to keep pushing the needle forward, get better, improve yourself, improve your health, your fitness, increase your lifespan, increase your quality of life, you have to track to some degree. Okay, and that is gonna be it, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope you got something out of it. Hope I was able to kind of inspire you, help you out, maybe answer some of the questions you had as to why you plateaued. If so, please leave a like in this video, share it with your friends, share with anybody that you feel like this could help. Comment below any questions, concerns, or topics that you want to see in a future video. Of course, subscribe to the kid, because I'm bringing you fitness content every single week just for you, and I want to know what you want to see so I can drop it for you. Alright? That's it, everyone. Again, I appreciate you so much. I appreciate the support as always. I'm gonna keep dropping this content. Follow my Instagram, hit me up, message me questions, I got you covered. Until next time, I'll see you then. I'm out.